Friday, everyone, and welcome to the Argyros College of Business and Economics here at Chapman University's virtual tour. It's kind of a fun experience here, different from some of the in-person tours that many of you might have already taken, because here we get to do it all online, but yet still live. My name is Dr. Andrew Gonzalez, and I'm the Director of Student Success, which is a neat little job title, kind of a trend in a lot of business colleges. What my position simply is the opportunity to learn more about your students and you, those students that are coming to campus, to ensure that you get to the very end of your academic journey. I get a chance to hear all about the individual stories and make that personalized education come to life. And as it's always been said, usually in kind of military settings, right? No person left behind. We make sure that really no student gets left behind in the mix of the 3, 4, or 5 years. You might find yourself here. So it's a neat position to be in. And I have the distinct honor of taking you through this virtual tour. And a lot of it's going to happen right here via some video. And so you're going to have a chance to interact with me, ask some questions at the very end of the video. We have our assistant dean, Ginger Baxter. She's online right now, answering some of your questions that are popping up and seeing some of you here from all places here in California. We got some folks in Denver. Love that. San Francisco. We had some folks in Brentwood, Switzerland. Hey, we got folks coming from very far. Hopefully you're up and feeling good early as it might be. But if anything, hopefully we give you a little piece of what we're experiencing here at Chapman University. Now, many of you are still planning on submitting your applications. You're contemplating, right, where you're going to spend your higher education journey. My hope is that we present to you a very good reason why you should join us here at Chapman. So I'm thrilled to have you here today. We have some admitted students here. I can see some parents. We call them board of directors. Board of directors are you folks who are going to help our students make that very crucial decision. So we want you engaged just as much as our students are. So whether you're looking for information on academic programs, student life, or just simply getting a feel for this community, we're going to cover it all here in this tour. So settle in, sit back, relax, and enjoy the journey. So we're going to kick this off here with really entering campus. Let's begin with this overview of Chapman University. We were established back in 1861, top-ranked mid-sized private university located right here in this beautiful place, Orange County, California. We're known for our small class sizes, our collaborative environment, and our forward-thinking, personalized programs that prepare students for today's dynamic workforce. Our campus is really a blend of this stunning architecture and cutting edge technology, supportive communities here, plus, of course, the Southern California sunshine that is always a benefit year round. Now, we have some drizzle today. And in California, we get really excited, especially Southern California, when we get any kind of precipitation. So we're enjoying that as we speak. But normally it's nice and sunny as can be. Now, we're going to go ahead and take our first stop in one of the central places here on campus. It's called the Atala Piazza. I always love saying that, the Atala Piazza. It's the true heart of Chapman University. This is where students meet and relax between classes, enjoy campus life. Had a whole lot of food the other day too there, by the way. Food is always good. The beautiful fountain that you see there in the middle is the center of it all, the real landmark. It's a popular spot for photos and new students and graduates alike. They love gathering here to mark those special moments. As we go around the piazza here, you're going to find major buildings that we'll cover a little bit later, like the Hunting Sports Center, the Leatherby Library. We're going to come around the corner there. You can see the Leatherby. And of course, Beckman Hall, which is home to our College of Business and Economics. It's a lively place, especially during events like an International Food Festival or Unity Week, and especially during finals. You'll find a bunch of treats and many stress relieving activities that go on around the piazza. This piazza captures our close-knit community and energy, and it's more like a walk. It's more than just a walkway as we kind of walk our way through here. It's where you get a chance to connect and to celebrate and make these memories that really feel like home. And I always feel like that's an important thing, the academic family, the academic home, the home away from home. That's our goal. And I think we accomplished that very well. So imagine yourself right there in the middle of it all. This is where you truly get a chance to experience the Chapman spirit. Now, I mentioned Beckman Hall. Beckman Hall is where the Argyros College of Business and Economics, where we're located, where I currently am sitting. And this is right to the west of the piazza. And some of you may have already visited us here before. This building houses all of our classrooms and labs and program offices. It's a place you're going to get to know well as a business student. And Beckman's designed to foster collaboration, these modern classrooms, breakout spaces, and a beautiful view of the campus, regardless of what floor you're looking on. It's gorgeous. Of course, the higher you go up, it's really beautiful. This is where theory meets practice, gang, and you dive into business fundamentals and apply them through real world projects and simulations. And I have to say, one of the biggest strengths that we have here at Argyros is our faculty. Our faculty, you're not just learning from professors, you're learning from leaders and innovators and executives, all who shaped their own industries, and they continue to do so. So, because Chapman prioritizes these small classroom sizes, as you kind of see there, you get a direct access to our professors up close, one to one, for mentorship, personalized guidance, and even those hands on research opportunities that enrich your educational experience. Our faculty are deeply dedicated to help students thrive both academically and professionally. Some notable faculty that we have is Dr. Vernon L. Smith, one of our most celebrated economists, Nobel laureate. Imagine that, having a Nobel Prize winning professor mentoring students right here on campus, something that very few students very few universities can offer. Folks like Dr. Bart Wilson, he holds a Donald P. Kennedy Chair in Economics and Law, and he blends insights from economics and ethics and law all together, and he challenges students to think critically about incentives and fairness and the human side of business. We have Dr. Mark Skosson. He's a well-known, accomplished author and economist, speaker. He brings a lot of complex ideas about entrepreneurship. So for those of you that are out there thinking about that area, and you're going to hear more about our entrepreneurship center for our Center for Entrepreneurship and Business Ethics a little bit later in this presentation. And his career includes consulting, publishing, and thought leadership. And he does a lot of our special topics courses for our students, specifically in economics, but of course in finance as well, helping students see how economic principles work outside the classroom. And the list can go on, and I certainly can go on and on about our faculty, but they are a critical piece of our programs here at Argyros. But now that we're in the lobby, virtually speaking, we're going to go ahead and walk up the big stairway there to the third floor where you'll find our Argyros program offices. Almost walking, it's kind of walking, it's slowly going. You got to love these videos. They like take these short little tours and jaunts going up there. But it's in those program offices that we get a chance to see our staff, those that really make an effort to ensure that you, our students, are well cared for and supported throughout your time here at Argyros. And looks like we kind of got this extremely slow motion view going on here. Kind of nice to see. But here you'll find staff dedicated to helping students navigate their academic journey, connecting them with resources, opportunities to ensure that you stay informed about all the things going on here at Argyros, whether they be events, career opportunities, other types of resources. And you know what? Speaking of career, I know this is something that sometimes piques the interest of most board of directors, most folks that are interested in knowing what their students are going to take on in an academic setting. You want to know what's going to happen after our time here at in college, after the student gets their degree. Well, look no further, gang, because right here you have our Career Advancement Center. And it's all about setting students up for success after graduation. The Career Advancement Center offers a wide range of resources from, well, career counseling, resume workshops, networking events, and internships. The center organizes recruitment and company partnerships that help to connect students with leading businesses and within the industries themselves. And thanks to our prime location in Orange County, gang, students have access to a vast network of employers right here in our own very backyard. Covers everything from tech to entertainment to even finance. And you get to have this personalized space, as you see there, with our counselors, and they help students really plan and prepare for life after college. And this is a benefit you get in addition to the campus career center. All of you know that universities will have a campus career center. Well, here at Argyros, you get two. You get the campus central career center, and you get our own business career center. So a lot of assistance in connecting you and preparing you for building relationships. And it's all about relationships when you're thinking about how do I leverage my academic experience with a gainful employment. So all that's there on the third floor in one kind of nice, easy location. And no minor detail goes unnoticed. In today's world of networking, there's certain aspects of networking that sometimes we overlook but are just as important. So right here at the Beckman Hall lobby, we have something fun and unique. It's the Panther photo booth. And this isn't just your average booth. The Panther photo booth uses cutting edge technology to capture professional quality headshots that are perfect for your LinkedIn profiles and other professional portfolios. Business students, faculty, even yes, visitors love it. It's a quick and easy way to get a polished headshot. I don't know about you, but for me, it's always hard to take my own selfies. And to take a selfie that I feel comfortable with, that I want to put out there when I'm applying for jobs or I'm trying to connect with a new network. These headshots are well done, perfect lighting, perfect setup, framing, everything. And you can take it as often as you need and how often you change your different platforms. So a good, unique resource you have at your disposal, and it's easy to access. Well, Argyros, we in Beckman Hall, I should say, here in Argyros, we have a resource right here in our building that's absolutely essential. And for a lot of you that are interested in finance, this is the James Financial Center. Important center here, impressive facility, designed for students interested in that field of finance. 12 Bloomberg terminals, the same kind that's used by professional traders, so students can access real-time financial data. You can analyze market trends right here, gain hands-on experience with industry standard tools. It's perfect place for finance students. There's a shot of the Bloomberg terminals, by the way. Perfect place for finance students to sharpen their skill sets and prepare for a career in financial services, in investment banking, or even corporate finance. And the neat part about this space, the mentorship, the connections that you have, students can even complete their Bloomberg Market Concept certifications right here on campus. That gives you this valuable credential that's highly sought after by employers. That experience ensures that students are not just well versed in theory, right, but also familiar with the tools that you're going to encounter in your careers. And they also host the residency program, the James Financial Center residency program. That's designed for those highly extra motivated students, those business students, to provide that hands-on experience with consulting projects. And may I add, the student managed investment funds. They manage approximately $5 million now, up from 1 million. This is real dollars that these students had a chance to learn how to invest and to actually see the fruits of that investment. It prepares students for careers with high gainfully employed opportunities after graduation. And in addition to that, because we do have a lot of different experiences that can include study abroad, and we're going to talk about that in a few moments, but also something called travel courses. Travel courses are short-term experiences where you go with a faculty member to another location and your peers, and you get a chance to explore different environments and learn new things. Well, one key one from the James Financial Center that I'm sure a lot of you would be interested in is the Walk Down Wall Street course. The Walk Down Wall Street course is offered through the James Center, and it's a travel course where you get a unique opportunity to explore all the inner workings of the financial markets firsthand. It's a 1 week trip in New York City, and students get to visit financial institutions like the New York Stock Exchange and NASDAQ and the Federal Reserve Bank. And along with tours, students get to meet with investment banks and money managers and financial information providers. That's where you get those valuable insights into all the roles and operations of major industry players. So it's an immersive experience, usually in the month of January, and provides a rare look at how, again, theory meets practice, but in the heart of the financial center there in New York City. And it is highly competitive. Students have to apply for it, but certainly a transformative experience nonetheless. Well, aside from our resources and our people, you have other practical things within this building alone. And, when you talk about college, well, college and coffee kind of go hand in hand, right? That's why we have Starbucks right here on the first floor of Beckman Hall. It's a popular spot for students to grab a coffee, catch up with friends, or study in between classes. Having Starbucks specifically here on campus is a convenient perk and a great place for a quick study break or a quick pick me up right before your next lecture. Now, no, they don't have the baristas. Those baristas cups that people often talk about. I know I went and checked; they didn't have any. But it's a great place to go. They're open pretty much most of the day and during academic time, especially during finals, and not just for the coffee. Again, right? Coffee and food, that's just an opportunity for us to meet. So faculty members will sometimes host the coffee with faculty experiences where you get to sit down and have coffee with a faculty member, have this one-on-one conversation, or you just simply connect with your peers during that particular time. And just a stone's throw away, just north of Beckman Hall, is our Global Citizens Plaza. Some of you have probably seen this, not just here on campus, but it's a very popular spot for pictures. Oftentimes, when you look up Chapman, you'll see this beautiful kind of area here. This plaza celebrates the diversity of our student body and our commitment to fostering a global mindset. So, those flags that you see there, they represent the many nations our students come from. And it reminds us of the importance of cultural exchange and of global perspectives. We offer extensive study abroad opportunities as well. So you can imagine that's a critical part of what we do here in our business college. And our diverse community ensures that students graduate with a broad, well-rounded worldview. And speaking of study abroad, just as you see there, it's a fantastic way to gain those perspectives. Through the Argyros School, business students have access to a wide range of programs like in Italy and Japan and Australia and many more. So imagine studying international finance in London, learning about emerging markets in maybe South America, or you're taking entrepreneurship courses in Singapore. Chapman's study abroad program are designed to fit seamlessly into your degree program. And for some of you who already took a look at some of the program requirements, you probably know that if you are a business major, you have an international learning experience. And the international learning experience can be satisfied in one of three ways. It could be satisfied through an international internship. It could be satisfied through a specific international class that we offer, or through those study abroad and travel courses. And in case you're wondering, 70% of our degree students, our students pursuing the business degree, will choose the study abroad program. And I get a chance to review all of their proposed courses when they go abroad to ensure that it meets all their program requirements. So you're not just out there learning about other cultures and other people and businesses and how it's done elsewhere, but you're also making progress towards your academic degree. So it's the best of both worlds. So that's north of Beckman Hall. Slightly eastward of Beckman Hall is our Hutton Sports Center. The Hutton Sports Center is one that I referenced earlier, just around the piazza. It's our go-to hub for fitness and sports, state-of-the-art gym facilities, gang, workout studios, and spaces for everything from basketball to yoga. It's a great way to stay active, make friends, relieve some stress that can, come with your very challenging but well worth work in the classroom. It's also home to some of our intramural sports that you see there, sports leagues where students can compete and have fun and build lifelong friendships. And of course, our football games, major highlight of student life here at Chapman. Our Panthers football team has a strong following, and game days are filled with excitement, gang. School spirit, chance to bond with friends, Our stadium comes alive with fans and cheerleaders, and of course, our Chapman band creates this electric atmosphere and sports environment. And by the way, our football team, if I'm correct, is I am correct. Tomorrow, I'm going to say it's raining, of course. Best time for rain. Tomorrow's our championship, and we are in the championship right here playing at home. So looking forward to that. And hopefully, the next time you and I get a chance to meet, we will be champions. No doubt we will. Just west of the Hutton Sports Center, however, is our Fish Face Center. It's an important center. It's a place of peace and community, welcoming students of all religious backgrounds for worship and meditation, reflection, even. It hosts services and spiritual events and community gatherings that bring students together in a supportive environment. For many of our students, it's a sanctuary here on campus where they can find a quiet moment or participate in programs that celebrate our shared humanity and diverse traditions. And apparently, I also have some audio with that too. um, but it is a nice place to go, and sometimes even just taking a brief 5-minute walk through the garden there helps you to kind of recenter and refocus and get away from a lot of the noise that might come when you're thinking about your final that's coming up. So it's important for university and for us. We take a lot of care in creating spaces for students to be able to recenter in that sense. And just across the way from the Fish Center, beautiful kind of a greenery area. And just beyond that is the Musco Center of the Arts, a top tier performance venue right here, right on campus. We host concerts and theater productions and guest performances, all from renowned artists, making it a vibrant cultural hub. We just had Arnold Schwarzenegger here. He was visiting, doing a talk about his perspectives, and we try to bring in thought leaders and other folks for students to engage with. And students can attend performances throughout the year, adding a creative and artistic dimension to the experiences that you get a chance to have here at Chapman. And that's on top of many others that you might find at Dodge College, one of the top film schools in the country, just not too far away. And they host also a lot of different presenters and guests as well. So there's simply a lot to do while you're here. And speaking of being here, sometimes you might get a little bit hungry. Sometimes you just want a place to go and connect with others beyond Starbucks, of course. And just a short walk to the other side of campus is the Argyros Forum. It's one of the busiest, most dynamic spaces on our campus. This is a building that's kind of a central hub where academics and student life and community all intersect. And inside, you'll find classrooms and student service offices, meeting spaces, food locations. I like to go there for some of the sandwiches that they offer or a Jamba Juice. We also have a Bagel Brothers and some other Einstein Bagels, sorry, Einstein Bagels, and other types of food opportunities. The forum's known for its open layout. You saw the natural lighting that comes through and a constant flow of activities and student clubs. They host events right there. Campus offices set up information tables, and it's a popular place for group projects and conversations in between classes. Just this past World Series, I know they had a gathering there as well on the big screen. And in case you want to just take a brief trip off campus, just a short walk away from campus is Old Town Orange. You probably heard about Old Town Orange. It's a historic district filled with cafes, restaurants, vintage shops, and of course, the famous Orange Circle. It's a favorite spot for Chapman students to simply unwind. So whether you're grabbing brunch with friends or you're exploring the local shops or even catching a movie, Old Town Orange combines this historic charm, right? And with modern amenities, making it a unique extension of our campus life there in Old Town. Now, a little bit broader from that, because of course, you can't talk about Chapman, you can't talk about this area without talking about the larger area around us, right? Orange County. And Orange County is a beautiful place to stay and to live, to do education. You'll have access to a wealth of opportunities. Orange County is a major business hub with companies and industries like tech and finance and healthcare and entertainment. We're close to beaches and amusement parks and cultural sites and to the mountains. Students get to benefit from internships and career networking and all of our region's natural beauty, making it an ideal place to study and to just enjoy campus life. And the neat thing about our position is it's 30 minutes to the beach, 30 minutes to the mountains. So whether you like the snow or whether you like the sun, you get to have it really all in this neat little area, and you're not far away from your dorm room or your classroom, so you can still study and yet still have some time to allow your creative thoughts to cultivate and expand. Well, that concludes, gang, our virtual tour of Chapman University's Argyros College of Business Economics. I hope that you enjoyed just getting a glimpse, just a small glimpse, of what makes Chapman really a great place to study and to grow. From this tight-knit community to our incredible resources and the ideal location, there's so much more here to support you on your journey. Now, speaking of your journey, if you haven't already taken the next step to make Chapman a reality for you, you can use the QR code here on the screen coming up. There you go. To make an appointment with one of your admissions counselors. They'll help you determine what documents you need and what other forms you have to complete before you apply to campus here. And if you want to contact our admissions, you can go ahead and use the admit@chapman.edu email address, or you can visit us at www.chapman.edu/admissions. We have two deadlines. The first deadline passed. That was the early action deadline. Some of you actually made those deadlines. So congratulations on submitting that. The next deadline is January 15th. So put that on your calendars and be ready to submit for that. And at the very end of,
Thank you so much.
end of our presentation, we'll go ahead and answer any questions that you might have. But thank you all for joining. I'd love to see you here as part of our Chapman family. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. And remember to follow us online for more campus updates. So until we meet again, gang, best wishes on all of your educational goals and planning. And I look forward to seeing each one of you here next year at Chapman. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and hop into the chat. If you have any questions, feel free to hang around, ask questions, whether it's about the programs, whether it's about the place, or I will, you're free to go on, and I will see you all next year. And I am looking in the chats now. There's one question. What unique challenges do students, this is from Alex. All right, Alex, what unique challenges do students majoring in business economics typically face in their academic journey at Chapman University? What type of interdisciplinary approaches does Chapman offer to prepare students for the future? Well, some of those challenges oftentimes come with most other university settings. So students are learning really for the first time how to choose their schedules independently. They're having to study independently. So all those things that you learn to do independently, apart from, say, compulsory education, going through K through 12, you're taught where to go and when to go and what to do. Students have to learn how to be industrious. But the neat thing about Chapman is because of this close-knit, tight community, they're not necessarily learning on their own. They're very much connected with their peers and the faculty members who always remind me of the TV show Cheers. The TV show Cheers from a while ago, where everybody knows your name. Okay, I'm not going to sing it, but you know the premise of that theme song. And here it's impressive to see how well faculty know their students. And the neat thing about being in my role is students will oftentimes come to talk to me about their experience, but faculty will sometimes come and talk to me about their students so that we can think about how best to support, how best to help any particular student that they feel could use the additional assistance. So all of those challenges that they face, gang, there's opportunities for them to grow where you don't get that opportunity at larger enrollment institutions. I come from a 42,000 enrolled institution prior to coming to Chapman. It was improbable, if not impossible, to connect with all of our students. But here we get a chance to do that. And that ensures that you are as prepared as you need to be for moving through your program. So thank you for asking that question. Interdisciplinary approaches, there are plenty. In fact, since you brought that up, I'm going to go ahead and share with you some of our minors. We have minors in analytics, minors in the business of entertainment. The business of entertainment minor, gang, that's a collaboration between Argyros College and Dodge College. So these are students that want to do business in the entertainment industry. So you get to take classes with renowned faculty from both schools or colleges, and that's a fantastic opportunity. Entrepreneurship is a big one as well. Students get to learn more about entrepreneurship working with the Leatherby Center, who I just realized I didn't play that clip, but that's a place where students can go to cultivate their ideas, be a part of an incubator in a community of mentors and other students engaging in this process of taking an idea to market. And we even have the Panther Cage Match, which is our version of Shark Tank, but of course, Panthers don't swim. So we have the Panther Cage Match, and that's all created to give students a real world experience of what it's like to pitch an idea and even generate funding for those ideas. And of course, a lot of classes in entrepreneurship for students to go ahead and take. So a great question there, Alex. Next question I have from Victoria. Victoria, is there a career fair for students to seek internships and jobs? Oh, and our assistant dean, Ginger Baxter, who is well versed in the process for getting students to that goal, went ahead and answered that too. University-wide fairs. We also have the Meet the Firms opportunities. We have the Business of series and the Future of series, in case you're wondering. Business of, that simply is a dot, 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 meaning business of something. Everything we do each day is we're consuming products, we're using services. Everything you do every day is a business. And so the business of explores the business of things that we interact with on a regular basis. Our past events were the business of automotive and the business of beverage, the business of fashion, the business of social media, the business of surfing, because of course in this area, it's a big business. And just a couple of days ago, we had the business of gaming. So bringing in industry leaders in the field of gaming, talking about how they got there, but also talking about what people are looking for in applicants, in up and comers who are also trying to get there. So the Business Up series is a great way to build your network. It's all about building network, right? To ensure that you have those opportunities at the time of graduation. There is, yeah. So Xbox, Blizzard, Riot Games. Oh, I love that. I was excited with the EA Sports turning that into a business. So those of you gamers that love to play, and all you board of directors who probably didn't realize that gaming is in fact not just an important way of life, but also a very key aspect of growing business today. And students can make a fairly lucrative career out of it. All right, next question up. Thank you. Keep them coming as well as you go. The next question is from Dan. Dan says, how many undergrads do we have? Our average class sizes. I believe our undergraduate community totals a little over 10,000 students. Here at Argyros, we're just above about 1,800 students, a little over 2,100 with our graduate programs. Class sizes range anywhere between 13 to as many as, well, the average would be 13 to 15 now, but the faculty to student ratio is around 12, 13 faculty to students in each class. And if you ask the students, especially during this past registration period, they can tell you we cap classes at a certain number so that remains manageable. So you're not going to find 200 and 300 lecture hall classes. One, because we don't even have them. We don't have 300 lecture hall classes. So that should give you some indication. Students are literally, 3 or 4 rows just out of their faculty members. So they get a chance to be seen. They get a chance to be known. And of course, they get a chance to know faculty as well. The rigor is actually quite rigorous. Why? Because, well, here at Argyros, most of our business programs, not all of them, actually all of them are, they're STEM programs. They're focused on analytics. So students have to take a fairly rigorous set of core courses that are manageable. So don't let that scare you. But students have to take calculus, then that goes to statistics, and then statistics goes to business analytics, and then each of their upper division classes typically incorporates a lot of those analytic platforms into their programming. So they're learning, especially in the AI courses, the machine learning courses, they're learning about what that means for the future. Gang, this is all about your future, right? Chapman really takes it seriously to prepare you for what's to come, not prepare you for what was. So every semester we're seeing newer classes in this area of AI, a consistently and currently evolving technology, and our faculty members are right there ready to help you to guide you in that process, and they're learning themselves because again it is an evolving technology. All right, Brian. Brian asks, can you share any perspectives or stats on your graduates' post-graduation plans, full-time jobs, grad schools, volunteering, particularly interested in busy. Yeah, so Ginger Baxter, she went ahead and included the links for those outcomes, Brian. Go ahead and take a look at that. And now that you bring it up, I want to go, I need to go and kind of commit it to memory. So that's kind of a lot. And I know right now we are involved in collecting even more data. We just brought on a platform called 1220. And what 1220 does is it's a first destination software. First destination software, what that simply means is that students tell us information about where they're going after graduation, what jobs they have, and it collects a lot of different there's a lot of different data about those positions. So for at least the next couple of years, we'll have a lot of data and be able to speak to that as to where they are, how many are, how much they're making. And I think this is an important area that universities are starting to branch into because getting data from alumni is hard. So we're getting it from them before they leave. So that information is going to continue on coming out, but take a look at those websites. They're there for you. The next question that we have here comes from Ari. How are your alumni engaged in undergraduate mentoring? I'm glad you asked that question. See, it's the questions that make all of this enriching. We just recently, and by recently I mean early last year, we just launched the Panther Network. There it goes, the Panther Network. Now, the Panther Network isn't just a concept. In most universities and most college settings, you talk about your mascot network. I come from I got my degree, my doctorate from a very large private institution that's well known for its alumni. And that's beautiful. It's a wonderful thing. But oftentimes that requires some solicitation, telling somebody, hey, who are you? Where are you from? Oh, I'm from where you're at too. We're all part of the same family. That's wonderful to learn, sometimes hard to do. The Panther Network is a designated platform. It literally is a platform that students can join that's housed here in Chapman, and includes currently a database of, I think, between 40 and 45 or even 50,000 alumni who've already, get this, they've already pre-designated themselves as being open to informational interviews, for mentoring, for coffee chats, and for a lot of other different career advancement opportunities. And that platform even hosts a mentorship program. So it is a structured program with the university that they take the alumni and then they take the students and they put them through this series of intentional connecting moments so that they can have a network at hand. Now, tell me what university has already done just that without having to go and figure it out on your own. So it's neat that that's there and it's ever growing because every year, we get a bunch of new alumni that graduate, and now they're all part of that growing Panther network. So again, neat opportunities there. You have the link that Assistant Dean Ginger Baxter went in and put, so take a look at that, find more information about the Panther network. Alex asks, does Chapman University help students and the business community explore real-world AI applications and economic and business? And the answer is absolutely yes. Some of our faculty members, again, that's just what they do. That's all that they do. We have a MS in Business Analytics program now where we have a lot of faculty members, and currently they have new classes this semester and coming up next semester in data visualization, again, machine learning. There's a class that's being offered in a couple of weeks or in February, the AI in finance. So they're looking at finance through the lens and application of AI. We have the economics of AI and the metaverse. And again, goes back to what I said earlier. every semester a new class seemingly gets added because new topics come up because of the growing and advancing technology. Marshall Toplansky, one of our major faculty members, he's actually an associate clinical professor of management. Um, he's a standout example of our blend of scholarship and real world leadership in this area of tech. He co-founded Wise Window. Wise Windows an analytics firm, and that firm was later acquired by KPMG. And he served there as a result as the managing director for data and analytics. He's also held a variety of executive roles at Gateway Computers and US Robotics. So he brings that real C-suite experience into the classroom. And his courses and his mentorship, they equip students to be ready to apply data-driven decision making in the world of AI. And he incorporates simulations. We have headsets that students can use to do business simulations. They'll be in a wet market somewhere in Africa. They can be in a corporate C-suite space in the United Kingdom, or they can even be in Mars. And there's these kind of simulations that happen. And now those simulations incorporate the use of AI. So they get unique responses based on their input. And OpenAI gives them a response as a result of that. So no one experience is going to be the same whenever you do this simulation software. So a lot of that's being done and being expanded and will continue to expand. So thank you for that question, Alex. We have the next question from Dan. Dan please says, please expand on the entrepreneurship major and minor. Okay, absolutely. So for entrepreneurship, we have two options. So if a student is a business major, students that are in the business major get to select an emphasis. An emphasis is a specific course of study within a particular domain. Here's some of the emphases that we have here. This helps students make a decision as to which electives they'll take that will satisfy their major. So that's where a lot of the customization comes in. So no two business majors will be alike. And we have them in business economics, as you can see, finance, international business management, marketing, real estate, but we have it also in entrepreneurship, where you take 5 classes in entrepreneurship. So you learn about how to start a new business. You learn entrepreneurship finance. You learn how to scale up and do and venture capital. You learn, how not to fail, or you learn how to fail and fail correctly. So that's the emphasis, but still comes with the business degree. Or if you're not going to be a business major, you can still take an entrepreneurship minor. And the entrepreneurship minor will include a battery of required courses within the entrepreneurship subject. And a lot of times you'll spend under the tutelage of Dr. Cynthia West at our Entrepreneurship Center for Business Ethics. So a lot of neat opportunities for those who really want to take those ideas or who want to go out and be a founder of their own business, who are creative and innovative, and they want to know how they can start building their own business. We will cultivate that here at Chapman. Next question I have from Zach. Zach says, do you have sports, business, and entertainment minor? We have the business of entertainment minor, and we have sports marketing as a course. We don't specifically have sports business, however, but we do have classes related to sports as an entertainment business here at Chapman students can take. And that's offered, usually it's offered every fall and spring. So you will have the opportunity to engage in that as well. And that's actually a viable course for the business of entertainment minor as well. But students that are in the business major can also take that class as part of their elective requirements if they so choose to do. Excellent question. And it looks like we got them all so far. So keep them coming. We still have 40 folks online. I still have a lot of information to share, as long as you're willing to hang out with me here. Sadly, I don't have any more videos. I need to have like someone roving around with the camera. That might be our next thing in ramping up our virtual tour. Any other questions? All right. Well, gang, it was my pleasure. And it's always a pleasure to be able to help you make this very big decision. Where to go to college, where to pursue my higher education. Is my son, is my daughter, is my friend, or am I going to be in a space where I feel like I'm nurtured and my thoughts and my experience are going to be cultivated for something meaningful after college. And absolutely, you will experience that here at Chapman, and you will always have me. Oftentimes at large universities, some of you might have been to college before, and you know that it's hard to know what office to go to, where to go if you have any questions, or even what questions to ask. Well, here at Argyros, you simply come to me. I'm at the nexus of all these different departments. So I get a chance to simply hear your situation and figure out with you where to go and what to do. And if things happen outside of your academic experience, you get a job, an internship that might be conflict with a course, or maybe you're able to take a course, or maybe you go abroad, or maybe my job is to help you figure it out so that you still get to the very end. And again, I consider it a privilege because I get to hear your stories firsthand and help you one on one. Some more questions popping in. De Alessandro says, as AI advances, will there be any changes towards how students, and my thing is how students can implement AI into their work and craft? Absolutely. It's unavoidable. Quite frankly, it's not something that you can just simply turn away from. And our university and our faculty, they understand that. And so they do their best to help students to be responsible in their use of AI and to be practical in its benefit. So students are not going to leave here without fully understanding the implications and the ethics and all those other elements that come with an emerging technology and a fast evolving one at that, like AI. Let's see, we have Darlene. Darlene says, what AP course credits are transferable? That's a beautiful question for our admission advisors, and I'm so happy that they're here to answer that. I used to work in admissions, but I don't have that background at the present time. But again, reach out to admissions team. That's the admissions website. Let me get you the admissions counselor site. They can tell you exactly what AP classes will transfer and what classes you'll be able to get credit for even before you come into your program. And if that is you, bravo, because then that means you get to expedite your journey and get into the more meat and bones of your education. Everyone takes core classes in the first few years, but once you take those core classes, you get to the upper division classes. And if you come in with those credits already transferred, then you get to start early. Time is critical. And the more time you have to explore, the more time you can get to the point of certainty in what you want to do, take classes that are going to inform that thing that you want to do, and leave feeling efficacious, knowing that you can, in fact, handle a lot of the challenges the real world has to throw at you within your chosen industry. So good job for those of you that are thinking about that. We have Dan. Dan Jenkins says, is there a business school competition that allows students to apply their academic knowledge to real world situations? That's a great question. One of the things that come to mind, Dan, one of the things I had a chance to be a part of in just my short time here, I've been here for a little over a year, but at the very end of the academic journey, our business and our accounting students specifically take a capstone. At the very end of their capstone, they do something called the Leadership Challenge. This is a weekend event where they're all day on Friday, all day on Saturday, of the Friday and Saturday event, and they get introduced without knowing until the day of a problem where they work in teams and they have to act as CEOs within an organization to respond to, address in a holistic manner some leadership crisis. So the Leadership Crisis Challenge. Yeah, there goes. Ginger just mentioned that in the chat. Most recently, just to give you a bit of insight on what that was, and I wish I had some pictures of that. Most recently, it was a fictitious autonomous car company. So kind of like a Waymo, but not, because we can't use the name. But it was a autonomous car company that the students owned. And on the very first day of launch, there was a critical accident. And that car company had to deal with now a fatality that resulted from their cars having some involvement in that accident. And so overnight, we have volunteers that are kind of pretending to be people on social media, and they're sending social media texts and chat. And so in the morning, when the teens wake up, they're confronted with a deluge of different social media concerns and the news that their vehicle has been responsible in this. So they get together and they have to plan. They have to plan with their CFOs and CEOs and their chief innovative officers and all this whole team that they put together on how to respond to this. Then they have to meet with the board of directors. They have to come up with the plan. At the very end of it all, they have to confront the media. And we bring in real media from the area, people that actually, real journalists, real folks that are on the news, and they grill them. And they know how to take just a small soundbite and blow it up. And now the students have to learn what it's like to face that very daunting and stressful situation. At the very end, the winners make, and Ginger, you can correct me if I'm wrong here, winners, there's significant money to be won as a result of this challenge by these teams. So it's not just the A, although that's important too. But like the winner will get, I don't know, was it Ginger was like 7,000 was the first place, and 5,000 and 3,000 was the tiered for second and third respectively, something to that effect. But it's a challenge, and it's a simulation, and it's part of the capstone. So students go out having already experienced this, not just simply taking an exam alone. So that's an exciting thing that our graduates get a chance to talk about in an interview or in other networking conversations. So fantastic. All right. So I don't see any additional new questions that I might have missed here, but if there are more, I'm going to hang out for just a few more moments. It's always fun to talk with you. And by the way, this is Zoom. So if you want to go ahead and pop on with your video and have a conversation, I am more than happy to do that with you as well. And Ginger's talking about some of the things in finance. We participated in the CFA Research Challenge. In accounting, they competed in the Deloitte. Oh, that's right. The fantastic. I got to love these names. The fantastic case competition. That was just done fairly recently. The Hoot Prize in Entrepreneurship. So yes, a lot of opportunities to simulate the knowledge that you have and then demonstrate that in these kind of real world competition experiences. So it's not just, again, theory. It's actual skill sets that can be demonstrative and stories that students can begin to build and tell that makes them more competitive when it comes time to get those coveted positions, those jobs at graduation. All right, I think we're good to go. Well, you know what? And I wish, let me go ahead and I'm going to put my email address in the chat, although I think some of you have already contacted me. But in case you haven't, and in case you don't have my information, again, my name is Dr. Andrew Gonzalez. You can reach me at Gonzalez at chapman.edu. There you go. I love talking about Chapman, but more importantly, I love helping students through their experiences at Chapman. Well, on behalf of our staff, behalf of the college, and of course, behalf of Ginger Baxter and myself, thank you all for joining us on the call today on this Zoom chat and this virtual experience. I hope that you got what you came for. I hope that Chapman feels a little bit more real for you. I hope that ultimately you realize the value in an education here at Chapman University. I look forward to meeting all of you soon, but until then, take care and have a wonderful holiday season.